Hey guys, it's Lucid. I'm going to be doing a series using Sombre's Warhammer mod. By series, it's going to be a single player playthrough. It'll probably be a few episodes. But I've played a lot of, we've played Dominions Enhanced on here, which is one of the big kind of transformational mods of Dominions. It's made by Red Rob. It's excellent. I've got two games. I was playing one Late Age Ulm and another I was playing Late Age Relay, and go check those out. I've got a few Hellenica games, which is, of course, another transformational mod made by Aether Nomad. I think I was playing Isphenople, and I played You at some point, which is a crazy nation. Those are really cool. This is another transformational mod made by Sombre. So I would say it's probably... it's up there. I think this is now like one of the big three mods for Dominions. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. I'll put a link in the description. Sombre also has a YouTube channel, which is really cool. He was trying to get me to cover some of his mods for a while. And it's covering mods is so intense. Like, there's just so much to look at. Because a lot of the really cool mods are, really different than vanilla. So it's, a lot of work to do it. Anyway, he has his own YouTube channel. So he has started putting up, notes on all the different factions, playthroughs with them. It's really cool. And while I don't really have enough time to, review all these nations myself, I did have the time to watch a lot of them, and they're really cool. So that being said, we're going to be playing with the nation Vamperia. I've also got a bunch of other mods on, which are mostly vanilla. We're going to be playing on this other map, too. This is a map I've been working on with some people in my Discord community. And we've got a few kind of normal games which I'll be casting with this map. But it's pretty cool. Basically, the idea is you can't get dogpiled. I think that fact also makes it really good in single player. And that's what we're going to kind of test out here. You can still get 2v1'd, but you can't be 4v1'd, which I think is great. And in single player, especially against hard difficulty AIs, which we'll be doing pretty hard here, it's pretty nice. So let's see. I think we're going to do on Master, which is one below Impossible. Impossible is just taxing as hell. Master's taxing as hell too, but I think we can handle it. It should be 12, which is how many the map holds. We'll do random land nations because there's not really any underwater starts here. And then we're going to be playing with Vamperia, the Midnight Aristocracy. Now, I'm going to give a very brief overview of this. I've played this nation a few times in single player. Trying to beat it on Impossible, it's kind of hard. I think I could, but I'd have to really grind it out. And I don't really want to do that. There's also, I could do some strategies, too, that would be good for just killing the AI, like getting a bunch of regenerating sacreds and running around with them. I think this is going to be a better approach, though. Because I think this is pretty similar to a build I would take in a multiplayer game. So for the brief overview, there's a few kind of very high-level mechanics we'll cover. One is it's a vampire nation, but you don't have kind of traditional Dominions vampires. Instead, a lot of your vampires have, they have small amounts of invulnerability, so not like invulnerability 25, but more like invulnerability 10. They don't have regeneration for the most part. Some of, I think, the Strigoi might. But instead, they have recuperation. And you'll notice immortality is also missing. And then they can also not fly in combat for most of them, but they can fly on the strategic map. So there's a few things that he's kind of done to nerf them, so it's not like you're getting true vampires right at the beginning, but they're still death blood mages. A lot of these have different cross paths they can get to. But that's the first thing, is that you have vampires that basically aren't immortal, and they aren't quite as tough as the normal Dominions vampires. They also cost gold upkeep, so that's a thing. Speaking of upkeep, the second major difference with this nation is it's largely an undead faction, so you can be getting a lot of undead, but unlike a lot of the other undead factions in vanilla, you don't get free spawn undead. You can get undead with death gems, But that's about it. It's not really a free spawn nation. You can also get them with gold, so you can recruit them. They are not free. They cost gold to get. However, they do in general have no upkeep. And you might be like, okay, well, that seems kind of broken and really strong. Well, the downside, and I think this is kind of what that feature is paired with. In general, like for your units, your mages in general are going to cost upkeep. You have a couple no upkeep mages, but they're really weak. What this is going to pair reasonably well with is the fact that you can't have any growth scales. Basically, you're going to have Death Dominion regardless. You start with Death 3, so you can't get any free points by taking it. And yeah. So while other nations are getting progressively more and more income as the game goes on, you're not, but you don't have to pay upkeep. So that's a bit of a trade-off. The other problem is a lot of these guys don't heal. So that's kind of my one thing with this, is it's like, especially if you're going to be relying a lot on the troops, it would be cool if there was some way to maybe like regenerate them. Because I feel like in the long run, other nations with growth are going to be making like a lot of money. And you're going to be making less and less money each year. So it's a bit of a zinger. Death scales is half the impact, so I guess that's fair. But I don't know. I mean, the difference between Death 3 and Growth 3 at turn 50 is ridiculous. So, I don't know. It would be cool if just, like, instead of accumulating additional population as the game goes on, you try to accumulate your units. It'd be really hard to do with never heals. Because there's literally no way to heal these guys. Yeah, I mean, there's actually no way. So it would be cool if there were maybe spells you could research or something like that that would do it. I don't know. Just a thought. But that's the second major mechanic, is you have Long Dead, but they're not free spawn. They cost either gold or death gems. So they cost, a fair amount, but they don't have upkeep. However, they never heal. So yin and yang. There are some types of undead that do. So I guess if you're really bothered about that, like Cryptars you can get, they do, but they also cost real upkeep. So I think pretty much all the ones that, and there might be an exception somewhere, but I'm pretty sure most of the ones which don't cost upkeep also do not heal. We could maybe look around and try to hunt for an exception. Like these are going to cost upkeep. I think we'll check one more thing real quick before we move along. I'll just make sure. Oh, that guy's definitely going to cost upkeep. Yeah, I don't know. I think they all... Wait. Did we look at this? The Capital, the Blood Knight. This guy can heal. Does he cost upkeep? Yeah, he does. So I don't know, guys. I think that's basically the mechanic. Anyway, third thing that makes this nation kind of special, or very special, it's a very unique mechanic, is you have 5 different bloodlines. And what that means is whenever you get a fort and you start getting Dominion there, you might need Dominion in a lab or something. You can pick a bloodline. And the bloodline will determine what kind of mages and troops you can get out of that. It's going to spawn a site, and then you can get that. So you have different types of troops you can get for when you declare a bloodline for a fort, depending on if it's a capital or not. So what you pick for your starting capital is pretty important. But you can get other capital bloodlines by conquering players and founding your bloodline in them. There's the Karstein bloodline. There is the Blood Dragon, which are like a cavalry bloodline. There's the Strigoi bloodline, which are these kind of corpse-eating beasts, sort of semi-undead. And then we have the Necrarch bloodline, which are these kind of liches. And then we have the Lamian bloodline, which is a bunch of seductresses and assassins. So, anyway, they're also, I think, the better blood mages, potentially. Okay, so that is, those are all the units, or not all the units, that's the overview. I have a few gods, or a couple gods I made. I made this one, which I thought would be decent. Most of the cap-only mages are sacred, though most of them I don't think are priests. The significance of that is, you could take a bless that would benefit them. Larger is great in that case, because they can't bless themselves, so it goes on without needing to be blessed. It also synergizes really well with like vampiric attacks because you're going to have a higher base HP pool. It's going to be more strength. So there's something to do there. I think the one we're going to go with is kind of cooler. We're not going to get the larger bless, which is really nice, but we're going to have a really badass Titan chassis, and we're going to have reforming flesh. And Farcaster and magic resistance, so this will be kind of cool. We have pretty good scales. You can see we dump temperature. We have luck and magic. We have productivity. We have a bit of order. And of course, we have death. So, all right, we're going to go with this guy. We're going to do random events are common, story events, minor events are enabled, score graphs are on. Hall of Fame 20. Global enchantment slots will do 7. Thrones of Ascension will do 12 to win. And we'll do 12 level 2 thrones, because this is the setting you would normally play with this on a multiplayer map. Renaming's allowed. I think we are good to go. I think for our starting Bloodline, we will do the Necrarchs. Now, you can do Thug expansion with this nation. It works reasonably well. I think the best faction for that is probably the Blood Dragons, though the Karsteins is a very close second, I think, for Thug expansion. Now, the Necrarchs are significant because we're going to have by far and away the best research if we do them. And that, I think, is what we're going to go for. Okay, so we start off with a Revenant. We're going to have him research. We're going to go see who our neighbors are. Now, one thing I want to show you, you won't have probably seen this map before. The idea of this map is dogpiling is not cool. And we had a big, if you want to go check in my Discord, we had a very long discussion about how to have it, like how to have a map where dogpiling was more limited. And there were some major considerations, like you still, like there's difference between a dogpile and a coalition. A coalition, you like need to bring somebody down. They're running away with the game. And, you know, this is a way to keep, you know, restore game state balance. You have to gang up and coalition them. That's one thing. A dogpile is not that. A dogpile is like 3 of your neighbors decide to attack you for the first war, even if you're not even that big. It's kind of shitty. So we're figuring out how to kind of limit that. And one of the thoughts was let's just have like a bracket where everybody has to square off, and then the winner of that meets in a different portion of the map, and they square off against the winner of the other thing. I think that style's very snowball-y, and it also makes you take like a very aggressive build. I don't know, and you don't have any choice in your first war. This style, basically what it does is you have this 3x3 grid that basically is going to be granted to you. You can't get into any of these provinces except out this one exit. So we can exit out this way and come into this corridor, this north-south corridor. However, our neighbor to this side, the direction we come out, cannot go into this corridor. He's blocked off. He goes into the corridor on this way. The 2 people that we can really have a first war with are the people above him and below him. So we can go out and attack this way into this guy, or we could come out and go up here and attack this way into this guy. This guy's a little farther away because there's also a slim horizontal separator here. So most likely to attack this guy, but, you know, if it's a better matchup or what have you, I could choose to go this way. So anyway, that's the map. Let's go ahead and pick our starting faction, which will be the Necrarchs. The other thing I don't love is I have one single commander point recruitment commander. I don't love that. I don't think these guys are so good that they need to be 2 commander points. Maybe. I don't know. Because the starting turn is really weird, though. This is all you can do. So, I don't know. That's super weird. What I'm going to do, because this guarantees basically our first expansion isn't going to fail, so we're going to make a boatload of these long dead horsemen. They're very killy, so that's going to be the plan. And we'll go scout our neighbor here. Let's go see who's over this way. And I think that will do it. Okay, so we got the Necrarch Bloodline. And you can see we get a bunch of troops we can get. I'll just show you some of them that are kind of cool. This guy's really cool. Cannot heal. That's what I don't love about him as a sacred. You basically have to take reforming flesh on this guy. But if you do, he'd be pretty sick. Yeah, Yeah, I don't think there's a way to not really take it. They hit super hard. A 30 damage attack is pretty ridiculous. So anyway, we might start making them later as our Bless gets closer to coming online. But we'll be expanding with the baseline troops. We get, this is our cap-only mage. He's kind of sick. All of them are Death 4. They're slow to recruit. And I would say these are amazing, except they're kind of overshadowed by the guys you can get twice as many of, which are these guys. Some of these guys are Death 4, a third of them. And the others have an Astral or a Blood Path. And then they're going to get, you can potentially get Astral too, so it's kind of rare. But yeah, these are better in my opinion, but these have pretty special uses. Like, all these guys can potentially magic phase with a crystal. Oh, wait, you can't do a hat. Well, I get crystal coin. Well, okay, yeah, they can't really all magic phase. The ones who get the astral random can with a crystal coin. So, anywho, we're going to get a lot more research a turn making these guys, but we're going to be spending more a turn because these guys aren't really that much more expensive. And a guaranteed Death 4 is really sick. So anyway, we're going to be making Necrarchs. We're also going to be running up Enchantment as fast as we can. We have all 2 starting out. I mean, Stone Skin. I think Barbs and Hoburg Militia. There's a Misfortune site here, too. We're going to have these guys on attack rear. We're going to have these guys on attack closest. We're going to have these guys kind of filtering in behind. We're going to have this guy at the back casting spells. We're going to send this bat to see who's over here. And for our next starting army, there's a bunch of different things we can do. We're going to need to plow through these guys and then come out this way. These guys are really good at expanding. We can only get 2, though. I think the safest thing for starting expansion, these guys are really good too. I think it's going to be getting a few of these because these guys just fuck shit up. I think, well, we'll get those later. What do they cost mostly? We're going to get a boatload of Long Dead right now. And the next turn, we'll get this guy and one of these guys to lead him. And that's what we're going to do. Oh, we got a cat charm. That's kind of cool. Man, our cap got fucked up. Holding attack rear might have been better here. This is a kind of cool thing, though. 4 defense is kind of a big deal. We might be able to pass this in the summer. Oh, but there's Long Dead here. That's going to be difficult for us to take. I'm inclined to actually reinforce this army. We'll have this army bust out. We'll have this guy do... This actually is a perfect guy for site searching. We got one of the extra randoms, I believe. Put him somewhere right here. Okay, that looks fine. But yeah, so we'll talk about these guys real quick. So they have... basically what happened with this guy is he didn't get Death or Blood. He got Astral, and then he got different paths for this one. That makes him kind of the best site searcher. Because you want more low-level paths, especially like early site searching. So we're going to be pretty stoked to have him, and we're going to go ahead and get more of these guys here. So we tap out our resources. And the next turn, we'll probably make a Revenant. I was going to make one this turn, but we decided to merge armies because we had a fair bit of losses here. Okay. Make sure we... Yeah, well, we can't get 6, but that's okay. We'll get 6 next turn. So there is a misfortune site here. We're definitely going to need some scales. I mean, some PD. Hopefully it doesn't get taken from me this turn. Look at these cute little phantasmal warriors. This is the sprite thing. Okay, well, our guys got a little split up here. But Ray's Dead came through for us. We lost most of our stuff. I'm actually not sure if this army can keep expanding. We can cross rivers. I really want to research, but I think we have to merge armies again. I guess we'll do fire darts. I don't think this is very safe on this guy. We'll put it on our site searcher, and maybe we'll be able to pull it off later. So we're going to be doing a lot of site searching early. I think I don't... we'll see. Because we can turn gems into power pretty well, especially site searching death really hard, which is obviously what we're going to be doing. Okay. Slightly better. All right. Didn't find anything here. Okay, this guy's going to research. We're going to hand these guys off. This guy's going to site search. Okay, we don't want to fight heavy cav. We're going to try another expansion party this turn. So we're going to switch to making a revenant. And here we're going to chunk in a few of these guys. And I think that will do it. And you know, it's actually probably better we switch to Grave Guard. Let's just do this again. So let's do some Grave Guard. Something like this. Yeah, I think that will be very spooky. All right, so we've got Middle Ages of Balba. Not a bad place for us to go. Let's see who's over this way. Try to find everybody in our column. So we've got Middle Ages of Balba. Wait, where are we? They're to our north. We've got Asphodel to our south. We're a pretty good matchup against both those. This wouldn't be a bad first fort. Get a couple crossbows to go in here too. There's really cool giants. We could try to get... I've only gotten them a couple times, and I tend to... I tend to lose them. It's the simplest way to say it. Okay, these are going on this guy. So we are researching. We're going back to Necrarchs if we can. I think we're going to switch to Grave Guard from here out. We'll try to get our cap circle cleared. Let's get this first. And we'll come through and take these out. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if this works. We'll site search here. Our death scales are spreading. Okay, what's up, Asphodel? Let's see who's over this way. Here we've site searched. We're gonna have to slow walk over there, wasting some mage turns. So the reason we're running up enchantment is because one thing we do get is very efficient long dead summoning. It still costs... Okay. God damn it. It's like the worst sight. Come on, game. Lost 5 long dead here. Let's clean this out and then come hit this. We should be able to get more Graveguard now. Oh, we got the Steel Evans, though. All is forgiven. That's going to be hard to take. The Wolf Tribe will be kind of hard, too, to be completely honest. This is probably pretty high income. It's Kalulu's. We have pretty low-quality garbage, though. 40 Wolf Tribe. I think we lose against that. Let's do some PD. So I think I honestly have to just drop this stuff here and we're going to go pick up more. We lost a bit too much. And these Graveguard are going to make pretty quick work. Okay, we do need to fix this script, though. Now, these guys tend to be a little faster than our long dead. And we don't have to worry about, like, formations as much. So we can do stuff like this. Okay. Research is starting to hop. Let's put 10 here to try to control the unrest a bit. I really should, if we're doing skeleton expansion, I should separate out the fast-moving, armorless ones. A Windspire, that's appreciated. Okay, we're going to hit this. We're going to take these Graveguard. March out. Ooh, Uthalon. I don't really know what they are. Zabalba. We're seeing who's over here. I think from this guy, we're going to go see who's over in this one. We're going to site search. Dead 3 already. Okay, I guess that's reasonable. I was thinking maybe there's a site there, but no, I think that's mine. We got an Astral too. That's kind of cool. Those are a little rare. I think our... Okay. I think that's fine. Let's see what happens. We're going to have one extra turn on this Necrarch. We had a really bad expansion here. Ooh, that's not bad. Okay. So here we're going to site search. Oh, we already did. Can I do anything here? Okay, we're not going to be able to pass through here easily, and I want to get out and conquer like these lands. So we're not going to go take this. We're going to try to backfill that with thugs or something. Do I have any scouts? Okay, we'll just get a commander here. We probably want to start building a fort here. We'll just site search again. Hoping the AIs don't expand too well, because we're definitely sucking a little bit. Got a barbarian lord. It's actually kind of useful for building forts and such. Okay, and then this guy, we're going to go ahead and take all of this shit. Put these guys right up here. We're going to put these guys in a sparse line right here on attack closest. We're going to put these guys in a line on attack closest. And we're going to put these guys as bait here at the back. And we'll have this guy come too. Oh, wait, shit. We need lance bait. Hold up. Let's get all of our lance bait here sorted properly. So hold an attack closest. Let's put these guys right here. Put you at the back. I don't want you eating lances. Maybe we just want to animate dead, actually. These guys are going to be attack cavalry. These guys are going to be holding fire. Cavalry. Okay, and then we've got these guys moving up here. They'll be able to take out this underwater province, I think, pretty easily. Research is humming along. We're going to go ahead all the way up to 6. The reason we want 6 is we want to get this skeleton warrior army. I could actually do with a bit higher here, given the misfortune scales. TNG expanding, killing some lizards. All right, so this is, let's see how this goes. This is our lance bait work. We forgot to put that grave guard on hold and attack. We definitely didn't want them eating eating those lance charges. So I would say we fucked that up. Alright, well, I lost one grave guard, but they got damaged. And that would be a nice one to have. We can't actually pass through here without taking this. I want to see what's present there. We're going to bypass this long dead thing for the time being. This will be our first fort. All right, we're going to come over here and site search. I think we're also going to splurge and start making a necrarch. He's going to come over here and build a lab, and then probably take this out. Well, I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. Well, you know what we should do is I should just not be a bitch. And I should just suck it up and pay for 2 of these guys. Okay, that's much better. Because we're going to need to spread Dominion to get to start our little cults. Not in this first fort, but we'll be needing to do it. Oh god, I didn't fix my formation. How many Graveguard did we lose? Only one, okay. That's 13 long dead. Only have a few Graveguard left. We barely survived that. But survive we did. So let's just have this. We should hopefully be able to take these wolf tribe out. Early spring, we could potentially cross here in the summer. Getting these two would be amazing. I don't exactly think it's in the cards. Let's go ahead and send somebody over here. We definitely don't want more of these guys. Let's get more research. Let's send somebody to build a lab, and then he'll attack up this way. And I think that'll put us right around summer. We can probably try to cross. All right, Tian Chi. Let's see who's over that way. And we're going to come here and site search here. This guy can't go underwater. So I'll have to find somebody else to site search there. We'll site search here. We've actually had kind of shit luck aside from the fact that we have steel ovens. I guess we should look at forting this too. It is a steel ovens after all. Okay, so I guess that means we go... Wait, remove unable units. Okay, some crossbows we can't take. That's fine. So we're going to come over this way, take these things out. Let's see what happens. We're getting close to 40 minutes, so I think we'll end the episode rather shortly. God, I'm not getting very good events. I dare say things aren't going quite as planned. We do want to build a lab here. That's why we came up this way. And we're going to preach. And we're going to site search. Now this guy's actually not going to be able to do much at the moment. Heavy Cav province. I think it's time to combine these forces and send this guy home. Oh god, and of course I've still got this horrible script. So we'll take this and then we'll... Are there Zots? There aren't Zots. Okay, so we're going to take this and then probably send one guy back home. And this guy's probably going to research. I think once we have enchantment 6, I want to get some basic things that I kind of need. Conjuration 3 is going to be important. Thumb 1, Blood 1. And then we're going to start running up Alteration. Oh gosh, we bumped them. And we went first against the Indies, which is not ideal. Now these guys, I haven't really showed you their stats. They're pretty sick. They've got invulnerability 10, but 0 protection. But they have fear, and they're ethereal, and they hit like freight trains. See, I just deleted that tile. I'm not sure this sparse line's really working out for me. How many we lose here? 6, 11. Heroic toughness. Okay. So we'll see if we can expand more. I'm not sure if we will. I think we're going to site search, and then we're going to expand out with these guys here. And that means next turn we will take this together. Oh, but I can't. Late spring, it'll be winter, but it's not going to be heat on both sides. It'll be neutral. I don't think that will let me pass. Should be exceptionally annoying. Here we want to go ahead and build a temple. We'll try to turn back on Graveguard production. Maybe we build a lab here after that. We're going to go ahead and drop this cat charm off. And I think that'll do. And I think that'll be it for this episode. See you guys next time.